Have you ever noticed how difficult it feels to try something new? Maybe you've wanted to start a new job, speak in public, learn a language, go to the gym, or simply talk to someone you've admired for a long time. You know it could improve your life, but something inside you whispers, maybe tomorrow. It doesn't feel like laziness, it feels like resistance, almost as if your brain is pulling you back toward what's familiar. Why does that happen? Why do we stay inside our comfort zone? Even when we know it's holding us back, most people think the comfort zone is about comfort, but your brain sees something very different. To understand why, we need to travel back thousands of years. Our ancestors lived in a dangerous world. Every unfamiliar place could hide a predator. Every unknown person could be a threat. Every risky decision carried real consequences. In that environment, survival depended on one simple rule: if something has kept you alive before, do it again. The brain became incredibly efficient at recognizing familiar patterns. Familiar meant predictable. Predictable meant safer. Unknown meant uncertainty. And uncertainty often meant danger. That ancient survival system is still inside your brain today. The problem is, modern life is completely different. Sending an email isn't life-threatening. Giving a presentation won't attract predators. Starting a business won't leave you stranded in the wilderness. But your brain doesn't always recognize the difference. Whenever you step into something unfamiliar, your alarm system quietly wakes up. One small part of your brain plays an important role here: the amygdala. Its job isn't to make you successful, its job is to keep you alive. Whenever it detects uncertainty, it prepares your body for possible danger. Your heart beats faster, your muscles tighten, your breathing changes, your thoughts become more cautious. None of this means you're making a bad decision. It simply means your brain has noticed something unfamiliar, and unfamiliar still feels risky. This is why people often mistake fear for a warning. Sometimes, fear is simply the feeling of growing. There's another reason your comfort zone feels so powerful. Your brain loves efficiency. Every habit you repeat becomes easier. The more familiar an action becomes, the less energy your brain has to spend. Driving the same route, ordering the same food, watching the same shows, talking to the same people. Your brain builds shortcuts for everything it repeats. Psychologists call these automatic patterns. They're incredibly useful. Without them, even brushing your teeth would require conscious effort every morning. But automatic patterns have a hidden downside. They also keep repeating behaviors that no longer help you. The comfort zone isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it's simply familiar. And your brain often confuses familiar with safe. That's why people stay in jobs they dislike, relationships that no longer make them happy, daily routines that leave them feeling stuck, not because they're weak, because their brain keeps choosing certainty over possibility. Fortunately, your brain has another remarkable ability: neuroplasticity. Every time you experience something new, your brain begins creating new neural connections. At first, those pathways feel weak, uncomfortable, slow, but every repetition strengthens them. Eventually, what once felt impossible starts feeling normal. Think about riding a bicycle. The first attempts feel awkward. Every movement requires concentration. Then one day, you stop thinking about it. The unfamiliar became familiar. The same thing happens with confidence. Confidence isn't something you have before taking action. It's something your brain builds after repeating new experiences. That's why the smallest step matters so much. You don't need to transform your entire life today. You only need to show your brain that nothing terrible happened. One conversation, one workout, one application, one page, one small decision. Each tiny success teaches your brain a powerful lesson. The unknown wasn't dangerous after all. Little by little, your comfort zone expands. Not because fear disappeared, but because familiarity grew. The people who seem fearless aren't necessarily different from you. They've simply spent more time making unfamiliar things feel familiar. So the next time your brain tells you to stay exactly where you are, pause for a moment. Ask yourself one simple question: am I avoiding danger, or am I avoiding growth? Because sometimes The life you're looking for begins exactly where your comfort zone ends. I'm Finn, and this is Mind Origins. If you enjoyed discovering the hidden psychology behind everyday behavior, subscribe and join me for the next episode, where we'll explore why your brain always imagines the worst before important moments.